Hello guys, welcome back again to my channel. Now, as promised, I'm going to make an update on my charts, my predictions for Microsoft. So before I begin, as always, I have to remind you all that none of this is financial advice and should not be taken as such. And well, this is just me sharing what I do, what I love to do, which is doing predictions, extremely accurate predictions. So having said that, let's begin. So remember that I told you that Microsoft will be getting some range first and then a dip. Now let's see what happens. So this is April 5. This right here begins with April 5. So yellow circle, right? So it means either volatility or range. And what happens here was a little volatility because it recovered from the dip, but then it failed to do anything else. As you can see, this is a perfect range. Price didn't move at all. It just stayed like static right there. Now, what happened on April 8th? So I was predicting a red day, like the entire day will be downtrending. So this is where April 8th begins. Let's make some zooms. Yeah, this is where April 8th begins. And it opened on a 424 price. And let's see where it ended. Okay, so right here. So it ended on 424, like it was a range. So technically this is correct, but I was expecting a bigger dip. This behaved more like a yellow circle because the price literally stayed in range the entire day. There was not much of a change. The price literally opened and ended on the same number. So yeah, that's basically what happened on Monday, on the 8th of April, the day of the eclipse. Now let's see what happens the next day, which is April 9. So this is where April 9 begins. As you can see, it has an opening price of 426, and it ended right here with an opening price, with a closing price of 426. So slightly above from what the price opened, slightly above. So because it opened on, yeah, this is the one, 426. So again, this is another green circle. Yes, it was correct, but it behaved more like a yellow circle because there's not much of a really big uptrend on that day. So that's for April 8th and April 9. Now let's see what happens on April 10 or April 11. So right here, yellow circle, which I was expecting was that on either of these 2 days there will be a volatility or a range, and let's see what happens right here. Okay, so April 10 begins right here and ends right here. So kind of not trendy, but it stays more like in range. This is April 10, but then let's see what happens. Okay, so you can see that I was predicting that it will happen on one of these 2 days. So this range happened on April 10. Now I was also predicting that April 11 or 12 we will be seeing a recovery, an uptrend. The day will be green. Now let's see what happens on April 11. So this is where April 11 begins, which it opens with a price of 426, and right now it has ended on a price of 427. So it was a recovery indeed. I was correct again. So the price recovered slightly, just a very small recovery, but it ended on a green day. The entire day was a green. So you could be, if you were scalping or anything, this was the day to make some gains, even if slightly smaller than other days. But then let's see what happens. This trend, this kind of trendy could continue tomorrow, but I'm not so sure, because the next day, which is April 13, the next day after that, there's a very big dip coming, because it's going to happen on April 13 or 14, and also on the 15th of April. So right there you can potentially have 2 days straight with dips with a very clear downtrend. So I'm expecting that tomorrow it's going to be more like a yellow circle, more like a volatility leading up to these dips that I am predicting, or it could be more like a range, like we have been seeing like on this entire week. As you can see, this is a very clear range, and this could happen tomorrow, so it can lead to the very significant dips that I'm expecting in the next coming days, just so you can so we can end basically the week with a basically red tone, like yeah, that's basically what I'm expecting. But then finally, I mean, you already seen this in my first video, which I will be linking, and I also will be linking to you guys my video about the NVIDIA predictions, my updates. So all I can say is that, again, I mean, I am very extremely accurate in my predictions. I mean, 100% accurate on NVIDIA right now, and with Microsoft, it's also 100% accurate. Like I said, I was only expecting some significant dips and some significant recoveries in these respective circles. The entire week seems to be behaving in more like a very relaxed way, more like a range the entire week. But the next week, we have all the circles that I will also be updating to you guys when the time comes. So again, guys, just a very short video, so you can all enjoy what my predictions, how are they developing, how are they coming through, and I will be seeing you guys on the next week. So again, I will be updating on NVIDIA, and I will be updating on Microsoft. I'm also planning to do more predictions, but I'm kind of running out of the idea. So if you want to make a prediction about a stock like, I don't know, Apple or Tesla, whatever, you can all write down in the comments, and I'll check and I'll see what I can do. So anyways, guys, have a nice week, have a nice days, and see you next time.